Okay, let us now look at the first guiding question. How is time value of money defined? And as I told you before, well, money today is not the same as money tomorrow. And this is what we're going to investigate now. So, like I said, each dollar of today's money that we spend or receive is actually not the same as each dollar that we actually get in the future or have to give in the future. And there are certain reasons for that. Well, let's play a role play for this and let's say, well, we've got this $5 million to spend. Let's say I'm an investor, I've got $5 million lying around and I want to invest this into, let's say, a good investment project. Let's say I have the fictitious character of, let's say I invest into this person here. You know, I got stuck in kindergarten with my drawings, but nevertheless, I just draw here. Let's say this is George. And let's say George, I consider him as a good investment. He has a company himself, and I want to invest the $5 million into George's business. So George receives the $5 million from me. So this is today, and now I wait for a year. George can do whatever he wants with the money, and then after a year, I get the money back from George. So he gives the money back to me. Now the question, did I make a good deal? Well, I didn't make a good deal because what I could have done is to work with the money in that 1 year. I could have put it on a bank account. I could have invested it into other projects to give me more benefit. But well, I didn't do that. So I'm actually worse off. And there are certain reasons for that. So the first thing is interest forgone. So this means I could have used that money, put it on the bank account, and actually received more for it. But I didn't do that, so actually I have not such a good deal. And well, this is also why if I have this money today and the same money in 1 year, I actually have a bad deal because I could have put it on the bank account and received interest for it. Well, the second reason is inflation. And inflation is like a mouse who is eating up parts of that money. So like a mouse who's eating up the value of the money. That's also one of the reasons why it's actually not a good deal for me, because I gave this money to George and, well, in the meanwhile, the money lost value. And there's a third reason, which is actually risk. So let's look at risk. Let's say again, I give that money to George, so he receives the 5 million from me. He works with the money for 1 year, and then let's say after 1 year, I only receive, well, this amount of money back. So I only received, let's say, 2.5 million back, and the rest, well, was spent by George and actually did not have a very good purpose. So let's say George is a very bad investment, and actually, well, I couldn't trust him very much because he was a very bad investment. So in this way, he, let's say, lost the 2.5 million or went on holidays with it, I don't know, but I actually made 2.5 million less. So this means I had a risk. And if I know that an investment is risky, let's say the investment of George, let's say I knew that up front that he's risky, then I will charge him a risk premium. So this means if I give him 5 million, I tell him, well, after 1 year you have to give me 10 million back because you are a very risky investment. And so to compensate for the risk of losing everything. And these are the three reasons why money today is not the same as money tomorrow. But for this course, for PLA 10, we only focus on interest forgone, this makes it a little less complex. And in other courses, you will deal with the other two adjustments. So the important thing is, well, we have to bring cash flows from different points in time to a common basis so that we can compare them. So if I have money today, if I have 5 million today, actually I want to know if I get 5 million in the future, how much would that be worth today? And for this we need the interest. We actually take the money we receive in the future and bring it to what it is worth today. And this is basically what we do. So the idea is, what is the present value of an investment? So if I actually receive 5 million in the future, how much is it worth today? And this is the question that we have to answer when we look at time value of money. And time value of money is important when we now look at net present value.